Skull, my friends. So, I'm not wearing the hat today. And I also don't sound so excited anymore. So, you can kind of take both of those things and realize that I'm in a bit of a pickle mentally when it comes out to Mortal Online 2. Now, they just had a patch, and I was hoping that this recent patch would fix a lot of issues. And I kind of want to go down this list of different types of issues that haven't been fixed yet and see where we lie on, well, Star Vault's roadmap. You know, when are these things going to be taken care of? As well as I want to point out a few different things that could be fixed to make the game a little bit better. So first thing, let's get this out there. The population is still declining. It's going to happen. It's an active game that's new, that's by a niche developer, and it's not some fucking quad A game, you know, where you're going to have over 100 billion players. It's just not going to happen. We're a little bit less than 3,000 over the 24-hour peak, and we're going to continue to drop. It's going to happen, especially once subscriptions come in. The player base is going to probably half. We're going to see a drop down to maybe about 1,500 players. That's my call, right? And that's my call if this game continues to process down the same road that I feel like it's going to. Now, where is it going, you might ask? And, you know, my previous videos are things like this game is going to die because of the community. And I'm going to say yes, because of the community, but other things, right? There's other things that can cause this game to die. And I feel like, you know, I'm gonna doomsay this shit right here. I'm gonna say it's not just the community. The developers need to stand up and actually do certain things to fix certain aspects of the game. And one I really want to bring up, and this is something I constantly see, is the netcode for this game is absolute fucking trash. This netcode is garbage. It's absolute fucking garbage. It's like they took an Unreal thing that they bought off the store and then plug and played it and then hoped it all fucking work. It really doesn't fucking function properly. Especially if you guys see us dueling in Moki, Ravenborn's going to be constantly dueling in Moki and fighting and killing each other. You'll see how certain attacks don't connect with your target. Whenever you're in some sort of fight, your attacks might not connect. It's like a weird communication between client and server side that isn't really panning out properly. So you go to swing a weapon and you're not going to connect with the person for some reason or another, while their character just jitters around constantly. And it's not just because of bad internet, right? So we have different types of people. We have EUs, NAs, we have some dude from New Zealand who jitters around fucking shitload. But what I really want to touch on is like, it's terrible, especially in an action-based game where you have to rely a lot on your accuracy of swings and how you're playing in battle. If you can't swing and hit a target if they're right in front of you just because there's some shitty netcode thrown in there, then there's going to be a problem. It's just going to be of who's going to hit who depending on when they swing. There's no skill involved. Really, there is none. There is no skill involved. Nothing. It's hoping that something functions for a quarter second just to hope that you can win in combat. Otherwise, you're going to struggle. You'll see us wailing on each other and wondering why we're missing. It's just a product of the game. You get used to it, right? It's like something you get fucking used to. The netcode is horrible. And if we want to talk about things about server, you know, netcode and all that other garbage, let's look at server mesh lines, right? Those node lines, mesh lines, whatever you want to call them, are fucking horrible. They're terrible. A lot of guilds out there now abuse the fact that it takes you a few seconds to load in on mesh lines, and they will sit there and wait at those lines to attack you. It's a tactic. It's a valid tactic that these people are doing, just so that they can kill you. For those 3 seconds that you're sitting there loading in, they're going to hit your horse, and they're more than likely going to whittle you down. And by the time you react, you'll be dead. That's how it works. This shouldn't be a thing in the game. This shouldn't be a feature in the game to abuse node lines, and that's still not something that's fixed in the patch notes. The previous thing I said, not fixed in the patch notes. You want to know something else that's not fixed in the patch notes if we're talking about combat? Invisible weapons. Now, I'm not going to tell you guys how to recreate it, but it can be done very easily, and it happens all the fucking time. The only way you can defend against it is if you watch people's elbows. You watch the elbows, you know exactly what direction they're swinging from. But that's hard to do, especially when there's 4 or 5 people coming at you and you can't see their weapons. This is what happens. People have invisible weapons and they attack you. They know they're likely abusing it. They're well aware of how to do it, and they're going to continue to do it. However, this is not something that's just happening now. This is something that has been happening that isn't fixed in the patch notes. So really, right, what is fixed in the patch notes? Or let's just keep going. What's not fixed in the patch notes? I'm thankful they fixed the AFK timer though for fishing. Really, I am. Crafting benches completely disappearing out of your home after a 24-hour period. That's still not fixed. It's a rampant issue. It happens all the fucking time in homes. It's not just us either. It's not just Ravenborn. It's several other guilds I've been talking to. Same fucking issue. Reputation's still not fixed. Going red is still not fixed. You know another thing that's not fixed? Pets. Pets getting stuck in the fucking river when you try to cross it. That happens. That's lovely. Or pets get stuck on rocks because their pathing's horrible. There's a reason why my fucking hat's not on today. My hat is supposed to represent kindness and love and acceptance. But I'm pissed. I really am. This is such a potential for a good game. This is such a great fucking game. The social aspect is amazing. And the fact that players run everything is gold. That's what we want, right? It's fucking gold. But we ain't getting gold. We're getting a bronze medal and we'll be told we'll get gold later on in life. We're standing up at the fucking platform here, sitting in 3rd place, 4th place. We're falling behind as other people take the front. Other issues take the front. Other issues that need to be fixed. I know all of my other previous videos have been nothing but good, trying to support the developers, but right now, if I'm looking at 4 months before any new content is added, and the next patch I'm going to see is another month from now to barely fix things that are even a problem, what the fuck am I doing, you know? Really, you have to ask yourself that. What are you doing? I'm still going to play the game. Really, I am. I'm going to play it till it dies. I'll stay with the ship until it sinks. That's my mentality, and I'll keep my guild going. But do we really want to sit with the exact same population that Mortal Online 1 had, with over 100 people, and that's it? You know, another one of my favorite things is when you place houses down, they have a chance to bug so they're 10 feet up in the fucking air, and GMs won't do anything about it because they can't do anything about it. My house is still hovering, just gonna wait till it disappears. Can't even get in it. Guild chests in homes don't work, they're just there for aesthetic. I know this isn't much of an issue as far as something that the devs can do, but definitely the server hopping between stuff is an issue right now. I really wish there was just one whole server. I really do. At bosses, you can just sit there dead in the spirit realm, waiting to see a single spirit show up. And then you know someone's doing the battle. So all you have to do is have all of your guys who are waiting on an alternative server flip over and attack everyone in the dungeon. Speed hacking's still a thing. Speed hacking is fucking rampant now. You can go into the Mino dungeon, you'll see everything stuck in the walls. Tell me how that's fucking normal. You go into the Satyr dungeon, it's the same thing. Combat is absolutely ass. Right now, it's ass. There is no chess match. There is no chess match for combat. You either stick with the meta or you suffer. You can still pull your ass out, right? You can still do it without doing the meta. You can still be successful, but you're going to suffer. You're going to slog through it. You can still be successful, but you're going to slog. You are going to suffer. The game is about meta at the end. It really is. I know a lot of people are going to write in the Reddit posts and shit, and they're going to be like, it's not about meta. It definitely isn't about meta. You can be successful otherwise. Yes, you can if you're an extremely skilled player, but otherwise you will suffer if you are just a base level or average player. You will. Spear's viable, but it's viable if you know what you're doing. And when I say combat shit, right? It's literally two-hander or bust. You watch people try to use one-handed weapons on you. Yeah, mace is okay. Oh, nice overhead swing, you can really knock someone. But you watch people with one-handers. They're useless. There is no fucking reason you need that. There's no reason to use it. There's no reason to use a one-hander. Yeah, sure, dagger mages, fun. It's great. I love stabbing people constantly, but it's not gonna work. So all these different weapons that you can make because they brag the whole crafting and everything is fucking huge. It's not. It's literally just two-handed swords. That's it. That's all you're seeing. Heavy great blades. Heavy great blades. Occasionally you'll see someone with a lance. I've rarely seen people with fucking lances. Spears. Rarely pole axes. But the whole dynamic is fucked. It really is. You could swing a two-handed sword so damn quickly. Just as fast as a one-hander, basically. And it doesn't make sense from a combat perspective of someone who's actually handled those weapons. It makes no earthly sense how I can dance so quick with a two-hander. Yes, I understand that great blade swinging is very easy to do if you dance around and you have good momentum. It isn't that heavy. It's not that heavy of a blade, but I'm swinging that thing like a fucking lawnmower. I shouldn't be able to. Where's my stamina drain for swinging a weapon that much? Where is it? The only reason why I'm losing stamina in combat is because I'm sprinting. That's it. I'm sprinting constantly. All that shit needs to be fixed. If you want a good, viable combat, and I know people are going to give me flack for saying this, go look at Chivalry, go look at fucking Life is Feudal, go look at Mordau, For Honor. You got to understand that action-based combat actually needs skill behind it rather than just some strange meta that's pushed from MO1. You really got to fight it, you know? You want to be something unique. Spear and shield, that's really cool. It can kind of work. God forbid with the surface areas on each of these weapons, you're going to gimp yourself if someone gets in your face, and that's normal, right? But why is two-handed sword literally the meta? It's because the game is not functioning properly. The game needs to function at a higher level. If I had a shield and you had a great blade, there should be no contest. You're not going to be able to hurt me through the shield. You really aren't. I've been in those situations. I make gear. I've made swords. I've made shields. I'm making armor. No, I don't understand, man. The combat needs to be fixed. That should be something that's in the patch notes. That should be something that we're pioneering, fixing the combat, smoothing out. Where is the fixes for that? Where's the fixes for the render distance? Why does it take so long for me to see someone, and why does it have to be 10 feet in front of me before I can see someone? Where is the render distance? At this rate, I am better off doing RPK constantly and attacking whoever is just a base blue humanoid in front of me than it is waiting till I can see the target. And VoIP sucks because you can't communicate to those other people. Not at that length. Once they get within VoIP range, though, you can see who they are. And if it's a gray, you're fucked. That's it. You had no time to react, so you might as well just do this tactic. If you have criminal actions off, start shooting every single humanoid that you see. If he's a criminal and gray, you'll hit them. If he's not, the arrow won't do shit. That's how we usually tell now. We fight the render distance by shooting the target. That's it. Shoot the target first, ask questions later. Hell, if you want to go even further, just go RPK. That's it. It's the easiest way to combat it. Until the render distance is fixed, you're not going to have a solid game. You're going to have a game of people clustering into groups and riding into other groups, and then hoping they see a friend or foe. That's it. Where's a party system? At least to flag your friendlies. We don't have colors. We don't have proper colored banners. Everyone has the same exact flag that they can put on their back. Where is the color? Where is the color for me to determine my friend or foe? If you're going to say, oh, fucking deal with it. Well, this game shouldn't be a mosh pit of me just swinging and hoping for the best. Overhead swings and stabs only, guys, so you don't hit your friendlies next to you. And God forbid if you don't have a friendly next to you, you're going to die because I have no idea where you are on the battlefield. These aren't things that I'm complaining about that are just things you can sweep under the rug. If you enjoy Mortal Online 2, you can understand where I'm coming from, where a lot of these issues need to be fixed. Where was this in the patch notes? Where are hitboxes in the patch notes? Fixing hitboxes. People being able to block from behind them. Horse killing is still rampant. And you can get away with it. The population is declining. It's not just slightly dropping off now. It is declining and will be declining. People are going to continue to leave the game, not just because of a lack of content. No. They're going to leave the game because things aren't fixed. People are tired of dealing with game developers who are not pushing out what they need to be pushing out. I always said whenever I talked about Star Citizen that I would rather them stop pushing out new ships and bug fix for a month. See an entire bug fix list. But instead, the same exact bugs persist, and the population for Star Citizen still declines. A game company that is that much in hot water with lawsuits, civil suits, and complaining from players is still not fixing its bugs. What can Star Vault learn from this experience? What can they do to read the water and determine that they need to fix certain things? Determine that they need to take the time to fix the base game. This is just a port over to another engine from Mortal Online 1, and we are still suffering. What's new? I preached that the community is going to be the death of this game, and it will. The community will take a huge part in this. It is a very unforgiving, unwelcoming community. However, in all reality, the one thing that we really have to hope for is that the developers can sit up and get to work. They need to be able to pump out the changes that need to be done to the game. Otherwise, it's not just the community that is going to put the last nail in the coffin. It will be the developers themselves making the conscious decision not to change certain aspects. If you want to die on the hill of your vision, make sure that your vision is clear and concise, and make sure that your vision is wanted by others, not just yourself. Look at Chris Roberts for Star Citizen in CIG. His vision sometimes taints the game and turns it into something not worthwhile. Anyway, you all, I'm Solar Polar Bear. I didn't wear my hat today because this was some harsh truth that I had to spit. I love you all. You all are great people. Whoever watches this, leave comments below. Give me some support and subscribe if you want to. I'm here to tell you guys some harsh truth and just be honest. I have no reason to lie. I have no reason to disrespect you all, because you all take the time to watch my videos. So I want to take the time to inform you all. Y'all take care, stay humble, stay frosty.